Diddy. This is Monster Jam Science Series number 14.
That's right, Venom. Welcome everybody to Monster Jam Science Series number 14, Season 12. I'm your host, Green Jobov. Does nothing in or whatever you want to freaking call me. And yeah, we got quite the track here. Pretty simple. We come up with a new obstacle. Nicknamed this the Kamikaze Jump, because while this ramp will send them right into the trailer. Like kamikaze right into it. And so I've been having a hard time getting the trailer to be crushed. I should have done this long ago. We got the triple, we got the crush cars, and we got quite the lineup here. A few new trucks, new identities, and new looks for familiar trucks. So let's look at our field of trucks. Alright, hey, here's your field of trucks. We got me in the 25th anniversary Gravedigger. Mark the Wolf of 05 Studios in Gravedigger. Caden Wilson and in Gravedigger 19. Introvert Drew and King Sling. Tristan Racing Fan 2000 and Max D. The S Kicker and El Toro Loco. Elizabeth S. Rose in Sparkle Smash. Tailgater Fan and Blue Thunder. Metal House Racing and Scooby Doo. Temporary High MT and Jambulance. Hoppy Buddy 99 and Mohawk Warrior. Triple Bacon Chaseburger and Spider-Man. I could go for a triple bacon cheeseburger. Nero Theory and Wolverine. Dan Agash and Venom. Kenny D. MJ Fan 12203 and the Sentinels. Nuclear 0085 and Bigfoot. Aiden Richards and Bigfoot Dino. The Cameron 9785 and High Roller. Monster Jam Fox 68 and Jester. Antonio Rodriguez III and Excalibur. Eli Curie 21 and Bad Company. Udi Salagi and Shaker. Sorry if I said that wrong. Shadow vs. Ghost and Stone Crusher. Spin Master Monster Jam and Hooked. Pinchy 08 and Gravedigger Zombie. And Matt Shaver in Gravedigger the Legend. Yeah, that's right, Matt Shaver. Shaggy himself from Monster Truck Attitude. Making his debut on this channel in Gravedigger the Legend. Along with Rudy, who wanted to be in Rage, but Rage isn't in this lineup. But Rudy, I promise, next Science Series, I will put you in Rage. So yeah, with that being said, this is round 1 of Monster Truck Racing. We're kicking things off with Sparkle Smash taking on Gravedigger 25th anniversary. Alright, they are set and ready to go. Digger versus Smash. Down they go. And Gravedigger moves on to round 2, and Sparkle Smash will be the first to go in long jump. Alright, next up in round 1 racing out of the black lane, it's the Train Trucks El Toro Loco, taking on the newest edition of Scooby-Doo in the green lane. The only other metal-based truck in this besides Gravedigger 25th. And down they go. And El Toro Loco is going to advance to round 2, taking down Scooby-Doo. And next up in round 1 racing, we got Jester in the black lane, making his second competitive debut. Or his second Star Series, I should say. First one, it was a 4th of July special. Taking on Gravedigger Zombie in the green lane. We've seen this one before. Still an awesome look. I'd still love to see it run in real life. But anyways, Digger versus Jester. Down they go. Oh, they're dead even. And it's going to be Jester. The Jestalade takes down the black and green wrecking machine. Alright, next up for round 1 racing, we got Shaker in the black lane taking on Blue Thunder in the green lane. And the story with Shaker is, I actually found this one at an antique mall. And it is running on the Gravedigger chassis. And that is what I held the body, which is now Gravedigger 19, if that makes any sense. Basically it did a chassis swap. So that Gravedigger is it's a chassis swap / custom. I'm told that there's a major difference. So yeah, Shaker versus Blue Thunder, down they go. And Blue Thunder takes down Shaker. And next up in round 1 racing, a new name versus a new look. We got the Sentinels in the black lane, representing Team Marvel, taking on an Excalibur, the all-new Excalibur, representing Team Tomfoolery. Out of the pickups, not much to say, so down they go, and it's going to be the Sentinels taking down Excalibur. And next up in round 1 racing, we got Gravedigger the Legend in the black lane taking on Mohawk Warrior in the green lane. Two beloved Monster Jam trucks that need to come back full time. Legend versus Warrior. Down they go. And I got a notification. And it's going to be Mohawk Warrior taking down Gravedigger the Legend. Alright, it's the battle of the Chevys. Battle of the bow tie. With Hooked in the black lane taking on Venom in the green lane. Venom's already won one Science Series. He's looking to win another. But he's got to get through Hooked in order to get there. Down they go. And Venom tumbling his way to victory as Hooked tries to go into the trailer. Trying to do freestyle early. Was it worth losing the race? Alright, next up it's Ford versus Chevrolet. With High Roller in the black lane taking on Gravedigger in the green lane. Yeah, High Roller back once again. Still a beautiful truck. Taking on Gravedigger. Down they go. And it's going to be High Roller. Another L for Team Gravedigger. But there's only one Gravedigger left, and you'll see it at the end of round 1 in King Sling. Alright, once again, a new look and a new name. Wolverine taking on Jambulance. Been a while since Wolverine has run, but he's back. And you'll see him again in the next time series, most likely. Maybe, I don't know. I got nothing set in stone. But anyways, Wolverine, Jambulance, down they go. And what a move by both trucks, and Wolverine will advance to round 2. Alright, next up in round 1 racing, both trucks want to take down Gravedigger. It's Bigfoot Dino taking on Max D. This is going to be challenging for Bigfoot because those tires aren't exactly smooth. It's quite a bumpy ride. I tested him on the track, and, well, this should be interesting. Anyways, Bigfoot, Max D, down they go. And Bigfoot gets the win over Max D. Alright, another new livery. We got Bad Company in the black lane, taking on the Amazing Spider-Man in the green lane. Love this Bad Company. Wish it was a plastic body and chrome. But this is good enough. Anyways, down they go. And just when we thought it was going to be Spider-Man, he turns it over, and Bad Company advances to round 2. Alright, we got 2 races left before we move on to long jump. And next up, in round 1 racing, we got King Sling taking on Stone Crusher. And problems for King Sling, and Stone Crusher Pink advances to round 2. King Sling took a hard hit there, not sure what happened. And now it's time for this legendary race. Bigfoot taking on Gravedigger. The Power Smashers Bigfoot taking on Gravedigger 19. Down they go. And that is a win for Team Gravedigger, finally. Yeah, just remember that Gravedigger 25th won in the first race, so I guess that's a second win for Gravedigger in round 1 racing. Now before we move on to long jump, somebody's going to get out of it. This is a fast loser race. We got Max D, Jambulance, and Gravedigger the Legend. Down they go. And coming back for revenge and wanting to take on Gravedigger, it's Max D. Alright, that concludes round 1 racing. Now on to long jump. Once again, we'll be doing dual long jump. You already know how long jump works, so let's just get on with it. First up, Sparkle Smash. And right on the crush corner, the triple, landing right there. So truck to beat Sparkle Smash. Starting off strong. And I got a new ramp too. Yeah. Second truck out, Scooby-Doo. And truck to beat Scooby-Doo. Landing it right there. Wow. Next up, Gravedigger, Zombie, and Shaker. Not what he wanted to do. You know, he's going to try that again. Oh wait, I know what's wrong. I forgot. They were having trouble keeping it straight at first. But apparently they're doing better now. Alright, so I'm sorry about that. And it still comes up short. Here comes Shaker. Oh, here comes the boom. Shaker getting some serious air. Landing somewhere. Oh, he landed right there. So that means your new leader is Shaker. Put that there so I can keep track. Alright, next up, Excalibur and Hooked. Excalibur going first. Oh, not what he wanted to do. Well, it was much worse when I was testing the track. Like they were wobbling all the way down. And keeps it on all four. Decent landing. Landed it right there where that tire track is, but not far enough to take down Shaker. That was a pretty good jump though. Landed on all four and kept going. That was pretty realistic. But here comes Hooked. And then he comes up way too short. He was able to hit the ramp. And your leader is still Shaker. Next up, Jambulance and Gravedigger. And unbelievable there. And he makes it a little further. New leader, Jambulance. And now here comes Gravedigger. Jambulance really set the bar high. He's like, really? I gotta beat that? And having some trouble. I get that's the distance of Jambulance is getting to him. Let's try that again. Not what he wanted to do. He flipped it over before he could hit the ramp. So he's gonna try it one more time. This is his last chance to take down Jambulance. And goes off to the side. Your leader is still Jambulance. Alright, next up, Spider-Man and King Sling. Spider-Man going up first. Oh! What a jump. And your new leader, Spider-Man. Yep, there it is right there in case you couldn't see it. Man. Spider-Man just might get an invite to the World Finals if he keeps this up. But I'm thinking about doing it in October, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I should. And next up, King Sling. And comes up way too short. Your leader's still Spider-Man. Only 2 trucks remain. And only 2 trucks remain. Gravedigger the Legend and Bigfoot. So here comes Gravedigger the Legend. Whoa! Right on the down ramp of the triple. Some serious there. But comes up way too short. He landed right on the edge where the cars are. So Gravedigger the Legend will not be getting the lead. What a jump though. Can't wait for freestyle. And the last truck that can take down Spider-Man is Bigfoot. My stupid phone focused. Thank you. So who's it gonna be? Will it be Spider-Man? Will it be Bigfoot? This wouldn't be the first time Bigfoot's won long jump. Can he win another one? No, he cannot. Your long jump winner is the Amazing Spider-Man. And that's right, it's the Amazing Spider-Man, and I forgot who's in it. Triple Bacon Chaseburger. Alright, way to go, man. Go ahead and celebrate. Woo! And that is what got him the win. And he's going for the triple to celebrate. I'm giving you a taste of what's to come for freestyle. I'm not gonna have him go off of that ramp. I want to preserve that until freestyle. Well, yeah, your triple threat, your long jump champion, the Amazing Spider-Man, Triple Bacon Chaseburger. Now, back to racing. Round 2, El Toro Loco taking on Gravedigger 25th anniversary. And here they go. And El Toro Loco taking down Gravedigger, advancing to round 3. And next up for round 2 racing, Blue Thunder taking on Jester. Why am I yelling like this? And it's going to be Blue Thunder. And next up in round 2 racing, we got the Sentinels taking on Mohawk Warrior. And Mohawk Warrior tries to go over the Sentinels, but Sentinels still got the win despite that little stunt by Mohawk Warrior. What a move, though. And next up, Ford versus Chevrolet once again. Ford pickup versus Chevy Bel Air. High Roller taking on Venom. And a High Roller off to the side, and Venom. Yep, Venom will take the win over High Roller. And battle of the square bodies once again, with Bigfoot in the black lane taking on Wolverine in the green lane. Ford versus Chevrolet, I guess. This is supposed to be a Chevy body. Down they go. And Wolverine will take down Bigfoot. Man, Team Marvel is dominating because in round 3, Sentinels will be taking on Venom. And now Wolverine is advancing to round 3. But who's he going to face in round 3? Will it be Bad Company or will it be Stone Crusher? Well, we're about to find out. Once again, Ford versus Chevrolet. Stone Crusher versus Bad Company. And it's going to be Bad Company, as Stone Crusher did the same move Mohawk Warrior made. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? And last race, round 2. First he took down Bigfoot, now he's looking to take down Max D. Max D versus Gravedigger 19. And Max D takes down Gravedigger. Man, I couldn't stand that as a child. Alright, one more Fast Luther race before we move on to round 3. We got High Roller, Jester, and King Sling. And problems for King Sling and Jester will return to round 3 to take on Max D. Yee. And before we move on to round 3, it looks like we got a grudge match going on between Salvager and Superman. Okay, let them fight. Salvager, Superman, down they go. And Salvager wins this grudge match. Yeah, I have these 2 trucks out on standby in case anybody else wants to join later on, like join in for triple threat racing or freestyle. Yeah, Salvager is the winner of this here grudge match. Okay, on to round 3. El Toro Loco taking on Blue Thunder. And problems for El Toro Loco and Blue Thunder will advance to the semifinals. Alright, it's a Marvel matchup. The Sentinels taking on Venom. Down they go, and they collide in the air, and it's going to be the Sentinels taking down Venom. And next up, Battle of the Bow Tie. Bad Company taking on Wolverine. And it's going to be Bad Company. And last race, round 3. Jester versus Max D. And Jester takes down Max D. And it looks like we got another grudge match before we move on to the semifinals. It's Captain USA taking on Uproar. Yeah, that's right, Uproar. Got this yesterday. For those that don't follow me on Instagram, Uproar has joined the Science Series. Temporarily running on Nightwalker 2 chassis until I can get its own chassis. But here we go. Ford versus GMC. Uproar versus Captain USA. And the newcomer, Uproar, is the winner of this grudge match, taking down the Captain. And for those that watched the lineup video, this was the truck I was talking about adding to the Science Series if it came in time. So, yeah. Now I'm going to take this thing to St. Louis and have John Zimmer sign it. Assuming I can get into that line. Alright, now we're on to the semifinals. Blue Thunder taking on the Sentinels. And problem for Blue Thunder goes into the trailer, and the Sentinels is going to the finals. And who's going to be facing the Sentinels in the final race? Will it be Bad Company, or will it be Jester? And it's going to be Bad Company. And what a save. Alright, Monster Jam fans, it's all come down to this. 2 trucks, but only 1 winner. Let's meet our competitors. From Hiram, Georgia, racing out of the black lane, it's Eli Curie 21, Bad Company. From the Marvel Universe, racing out of the green lane, it's Kenny D. MJ Fan 12203 and the Sentinels. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. And it's time to go racing right here, right now. And it's going to be Bad Company. Eli Curie 21, Bad Company, your racing champion. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and celebrate. And right onto the triple. Man, I can't wait for freestyle. And he's going to go for the triple to celebrate. All right. Well, that concludes Science Series 14 racing. Hope you guys enjoyed. But stay tuned for Triple Threat Racing, because that's next.